Hey everybody, welcome back to Day Drinking with Bilbo. Today's class, episode 7 I think we're on now, is going to be beer with top ramen. I'm sure you've got some top ramen laying around somewhere in the back of your pantry. Cup of noodles would work as well. Anything you would have probably had in college that's filled with sodium. Now, I'm using a beef flavor top ramen noodle dish. Because I actually like the beef flavor, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. I see a lot of memes out there that say that the beef one's terrible. I like the beef one. And in reality, they all just kind of taste like salty broth. There's no... If you put a bowl of the beef and the chicken and I didn't have the color of the broth to go off of, I'm not sure that I'd be able to tell the difference between the two, honestly. Tastes good, I don't care. For my beverages, we've got a michelada, because as you know, I love michelada, and I do think that tomato base is going to go really good with these salty, yummy. Plus, micheladas are salty anyway. I've got a Sam Adams Boston Lager. If you don't happen to have Sam Adams in your fridge, you probably have a lager from somewhere else, because every brewery on the planet Earth makes a lager of some kind. And then we're going to close it out with the Horchata Porter from Three Marm, which is located right here in Crestline, California. I needed a dark beer to finish it out with, and since I love that one so much, I thought it'd be a good way to compare. Don't forget to grab your water so that you can rinse between takes, or between tastings, and I hope you enjoy episode 7. So we're going to start with our michelada. Remember, we take a taste of the drink first, then a bite of the food. This is going to burn my mouth, I can already tell. And then a follow-up drink. Interesting. So I was right. The tomato base and the saltiness that's in a michelada just enhances the saltiness of the dish. It's a salt explosion in my mouth. Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not encouraging you to overdo it on sodium. I mean, have you read Ramen Noodles ingredients? It's... The sodium percentage is through the roof. And here's a little tip for you. That pack of ramen noodles, the little cube that you buy that's about that big, and you break it in half, put it in a bowl, and then put the seasoning and the water on, right? Throw it in the microwave. That packet's supposed to be 2 servings. 2 servings. So go ahead and look at your ingredients on the back there. Look at the nutrition facts. Scroll down to sodium, and then double that percentage, because that's what you're getting. Terrible for you, but tastes great, and it's cheap. Got my drink in. We're going to move on to the Boston Lager. This probably isn't going to pair quite as well because it doesn't have that salt, but we'll see what happens. I don't typically like drinking beer out of a bottle. I prefer to let it breathe by pouring it into a glass. Sam Adams and Guinness are 2 notable exceptions. I actually prefer them out of the bottle. And I can't even tell you why. Just this tastes better in a bottle to me than it does once I pour it into a pint glass. I do like Sam Adams, for the record. Interesting. So I was actually slightly wrong about this. This paired quite well. And the funny thing about it is a lager is typically a lighter beer. When comparing to something like a porter or a stout or an IPA, a lager is like what I call a summer beer. It's a barbecue beer. It's something you can go barbecue outside and have 3 or 4 of them while you're doing it, and you're going to have a great time. When I paired it with this extremely salty dish, though, this lager became really creamy on my palate and started to take on more porter-like notes. Creamy, soft, a little velvety, and a little, just a hint of chocolatey-ness came to my palate with that. And I was not expecting that by any means, so that was a real interesting treat. Rinsing between tastes again is always important. We're going to close out with the horchata porter here from Three Marm. Small shout out to Three Marm. They are located in Crestline, California, so they are local. They are doing curbside pickup right now, and they will deliver locally to the mountains as well. So it's important that we do support local. These small businesses that could very easily just shutter. They're doing everything they can to adapt to what's going on in the world right now. And it's important that we do support that. Specifically today being Tuesday, it's Takeout Tuesday. So, order takeout or run through a drive-through real quick and bring it back home. But spend a couple bucks today and support a small business. Forgot how good that porter is. So that kind of had the opposite effect. Whereas the Sam Adams got creamier, the porter fell flatter. And I think that's a lot to do with the sodium. The salt content that's in this bowl of noodles here just kind of made the porter disappear on my palate. And that kind of sucks because I really like porters. So, that being said, the porter's definitely out as a pairing with ramen noodles. I think I could go either way with the Michelada or the Sam Adams. If you like tomato and you enjoy a Michelada or a Bloody Mary for those of us that are fancy on brunch Sundays, definitely go with the Michelada. But that Sam Adams came through, and that was probably my favorite pairing of the three, I think. Now, little quick thing for you for episode 7. It happens to be National Beer Day, and that's why we're doing a beer-based meal here for you today. Tomorrow's episode is actually that bonus episode we filmed last weekend with Alyssa, so she's back tomorrow. And we are doing, we did Bailey's and vanilla ice cream for that one, so that's a fun little dessert one for you tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed beer and ramen. This one's kept a little short today because it's ramen noodles. It's the flavor profile is salt. There's not a lot of depth there, so not too much to chat about. But like I said, go with a lager if you're going for a perfect pairing. That's the direction I would head. Remember, during quarantine, please wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from others, and if you can avoid it, don't go out, just stay home. If you have to go out, remember those masks that are now being recommended. Remember to wear gloves, and definitely don't take everybody with you. Just one person go to the store, run in, run out, and come home. Take care of yourselves, and if you feel like it, Venmo and Google Pay links down below. If you want, please book an event for the future. Please, please, please. If you got maybe a birthday party, an anniversary, a class reunion coming up in the fall, let's get that booked now. Let's start the planning process. You can visit afbragginsweddings.com. Link is in the description. And lastly, I have added to all of these videos a little note in the bottom of the description about drinking responsibly. I think it's important and the right thing to do. I do these videos kind of jokingly, day drinking with Bilbo, and that's not something to be made light of. So please do drink responsibly, and if you or a loved one has a problem, please seek help. There's a link for help down in the description below. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoy National Beer Day on this beautiful Tuesday, April, whatever it is, because we don't know, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Have a great day.